We have a pen that's for fans of heavy metal because it's a heavy pen, a 33-gram pen, and it is made all out of metal. This is the Hero 9315, Hero 9315. It's got this nice chrome grid pattern and these copper colored accents and trim. And it is got a Parker arrow style clip. The cap band is lightly embossed with the Hero logo and name and 9315. The top finial of the cap has the Hero logo in black and white, very much reminiscent of a certain German high-end pen manufacturer. The pen does post, but because the inside of the cap is smooth plastic and this is very, very smooth, shiny metal, it is a little slippery, if you will, so it's not the most secure posting pen in the world, but it'll get the job done. Very smooth metal section, so if that kind of bothers you, meaning you want something that's real grippy, this is not it. The step down here is nothing much so to speak of, but I really like the fact that they carried the copper colored accents here and here. The nib is a small little Hero nib, but it's an attractive nib. It's a two-tone nib, steel, with the Hero logo, the words Hero, and some scroll work, and a ordinary round breather hole. The filling mechanism, as you would suspect, is a standard international cartridge converter. Pen is sort of reminiscent of a lot of a mishmash of sort of some Parker styling, some Mont Blanc styling, some Waterman styling. So it mimics that of some pens that are quite a bit more money than this pen, and this again is one of these pens that range between $6 and $10. And again, I've said this before, with these inexpensive Chinese pens, you want to pull out before you even ink it, pull out the nib and feed, wash it with a little soapy water, rinse it, dry it, put it back in. Before you even ink it, you'll be glad you did. Well, that pretty much covers the pen itself. I guess the next thing is to see how it writes. We'll do that right now. Okay, what we are writing with today is a Hero 9315. And this is a fine steel nib. And it writes quite smoothly. I didn't mess around with this nib or smooth it or anything. And I have to say, it's a nice writer. It writes smooth. Got some good flow going on. Writes pretty reliably. The cap has an inner seal, which keeps it nice and wet and fresh. So from a reliability standpoint, this pen writes nicely, and I've generally been very pleased with it. It balances fairly well in the hand, pretty nicely. It's a heavy pen, but it is a balanced pen. I use it posted, but I can imagine that you might want to use this unposted if you're really sensitive to weight. But then again, if you're really sensitive to weight, you probably don't want to buy this pen because this is a heavy pen. The other thing, as I mentioned before, if smooth metal sections are a problem for you, then you don't want this pen either, because this pen wrote the book on a smooth, featureless metal section. So if that's the kind of thing that doesn't appeal to you, then you want to definitely look elsewhere. But other than that, this is a great pen. I like it a lot, and I've been very pleased with it. And it's a kind of a classy looking pen, I guess I would say. I think it's the copper, or maybe even rose gold, you might call it, accents really work well. This grid pattern works well. Looks nice. Looks like a much more expensive pen than it is. That's for sure. This ink is really one of my favorites. This is Diamine Ancient Copper, which really means bronze, because that's really an accurate description of what it is. So imagine an old bronze coin, or literally ancient copper. I mean, if you had an old penny, what it looks like with the patina, that's pretty much exactly this. It's a nice darkish brown. I'm a big fan of various shades of brown, and this is a really nice one. This is a winner, this ink. Definitely up there among my favorite shades of favorite inks in the brown family. Has about, average dry time. Dries pretty nice. Doesn't seem to feather. Is relatively well behaved. One word of caution: do not look at these Diamine labels. Are very problematic. The colors on these labels do not reflect the inks at all. This looks like a bright red on here, and it is not a red ink at all. This is a brown ink. So look at swatches, get samples, etc., but do not, for Diamine inks in particular, do not go by what the labels, the colors on the labels say, because that's not accurate at all. And that's about it. Nice pen, nice ink. This week, I think, is a winner. So, on that note, I will say goodbye. And as always, if you liked this video, please subscribe. If you don't like it, please comment and tell me why. I'm always looking for feedback. And until next time, bye-bye.